Abule-Ado explosion 130 days after. It's been 130 days since the Abule-Ado community in Lagos woke up to a blast that changed the course of their lives. The incident happened on the 15th of March 2020, although residents still mourn the losses, with hopes that the government will deliver on its relief promises. Ripples Nigeria visited and tells the shattering story of how this community is picking up from its ruins.
A heart-opening promise of helping the people that are living in this community.
We were not left alone as a people. So many people came from far and near.
We want to thank the state government and other agencies that came to this community immediately that explosion happened.
To have first-time information as to what happened on that fateful day.
The state governor, Sanwo-Olu, came with his entourage.
People from Lasemak, they came. The officials of NEMA also came.
Seeing what happened on that day.
The Bethlehem school that is located around the area was also affected. So many of their buildings and classes were destroyed. They were left with just about 2 buildings standing on its own out of about 11 of them that were in that compound.
About the school of the Bethlehem school, which belongs to Catholic Church, we have heard that the state government have relocated them to Ikorodu and also promised to rebuild their school. And the peoples in that place, we don't know their whereabouts for now because of COVID-19.
All the students now, different classes, like JS1, JS2, JS3, SS2, SS3, they are already put to other schools, different schools, so they can be waiting there where their school will be prepared, so they will bring them together.
A lot of houses within the community too were affected and so many lives were lost. Despite the fact that there was this pandemic, the government did not leave us alone. It set up a committee, which by His grace, I happened to be one of them, one of the members of the committee as a resident of this particular place.
Those that lost their lives, their loved ones have collected the money that the state government promised, about 2.5 million each.
Who were displaced, that has no place to go, no house because their houses were damaged. Some of them were taken to the relief camp and they were being taken care of.
Over the people that lost properties,
the government has decided to do an holistic layout of the whole of this place. And they have sent in some of the government officials to Toba community and its environment to check those houses that have been affected by the blast.
I'm not finding it easy to live.
As I'm talking to you now, my family, they are in the village because they don't have where to stay. That is why I myself am here trying to put things together to make sure they are back here, because it's not easy to run a separated home.
If government is going to compensate you, at least they will know the extent of damage in that building. Whether the building is going to be pulled down completely, or whether the building is going to be asked to do some palliative measures to make it stronger, or what have you. So the government is working. That's why they are doing testing on all the various houses within this community.
But up till now, we've not gotten a dime from the state government. All we are hearing that they will still come, they will still come.
They told us they will compensate. Even the state government, they mentioned the sum of amount of money, and they even say that they will open account for it, that the federal government will do something. But since then, nothing came from that side.
Their experts have only come from the Ministry of Fiscal Planning. They've been here. They've checked the various houses. Yeah, we have been told that some of those houses have been affected by which roofs and other things have been removed that should be left untouched until the assessment is over. But unfortunately, some people cannot wait. So they decided to repair and make some repairs of their houses, especially during this rainy period, so that they can continue to live with their families.
As you can see now, I just gather some money, borrow some money, and even sell some property to make sure that I put things in order to see that we live together. That is what we are happening now.
Some houses are still being left untouched. Like take for instance the palace that we are now. It's not that the palace or the people do not have money to really repair or take care of the palace. but they want the assessment, just to follow the government protocol, they want the assessment to be over before they continue with the work at the palace.
We are looking and begging the government that they should look into this matter and see that they compensate us. So for us who borrowed money or do sell some of the things we have, to see that we renovate our houses, that we can see something to pay back.
In conclusion of all this matter is our life in this place, security-wise, is not conducive, and economic-wise, is not okay for us. We are pleading to the state government to fulfill their promise, as well also to help us to make sure that those that live in this place are not being, by some agencies that are coming to threaten us of leaving the houses and leaving their properties, even the landed properties. That is what we have been seeing all this while. So we want to put it across to the governor to help us to make sure that lives and properties in this community are being secured.